Hello and good morning, wherever you are watching me from. Now today we are going to look at how we can create our first VB application. This is a tutorial covering from the basics to advanced, but this is the initial beginning. So to start with, you open your Visual Studio Visual Studio, and then you go to create new project. So your version can be the same as this. It can also be different, but it will have this link. You click on it, and then you get a project template. Now there are a lot of templates you are going to see here, but for VB console application, you want to look for console app, the one that has into brackets .NET framework. So this particular one, console app into bracket .NET framework. This is the one you are supposed to go with. So you click on it and then you go to next. You give a name to the project. Now let me call it intro. And then I'll go to create. So this is how you can be able to create your project. Always this is the approach you're supposed to go by. Okay. So wait for some time for our project to load. And all right, so after loading, this is the screen. Now all our code will have to be within the main method you are seeing here. So submain is the function or our code are supposed to be inside for now. So this is what we'll do. In VB, if you want to display information to your users, or if you want to output, you use console.writeLine, and then you pass the information inside. Now if I have console.writeLine, I'm trying to say that I'm ready to log information onto the console. I want to display. So the hello world is the information I want to display. Now to run the application, you check up here, you see two buttons. Any of them you can use, but this is the quick or the faster one. I click on it, and then you see that our application will be loaded after some time. So this is the output of the application. You can see the hello world appear here. So whenever you want to display anything to the console, you have to use console.writeLine. Okay. Now the question is, how do we create variables? So variable is one of the most important things to look at in any programming language. Now the syntax in VB is a bit different from the other language. So to create a variable, we start with the dim keyword, identifier as, and then data type. So this is how you create variable in VB. The dim keyword comes, identifier is the name you want to call the variable, and then the data type. So to create a variable to store name of a person, I'll just say dim name as, if it's name, then the data type to use will be what? Will be string. Okay. Now the name of the person, I can equate it to John Smith. So this is how you can create a variable in VB. The dim keyword is always constant. The name here is, we call it identifier. How you want to name the variable, or the name you want to give to it so that it can be identified. That's why it's called identifier. And then your data type. Okay. So we have a lot of data types like the string, the integer, double, boolean, and the others. So the data type you want to assign to your variable, you bring that here. Okay. So let me go ahead and then create another variable to store age. Dim age as. So if it's age, we want to store it as int. That's integer. Then salary. Salary can be decimals, so we use double. So that's how you can store decimals. And then dim weight as float. So let me just keep it like this. So what you are seeing here, they are variables we've created, and these variables, they store information, or they hold information in our program. So that is variable. Thank you.